The story of Bel and the dragon, Daniel's faith and wisdom. Shalom and welcome to the channel, brothers and sisters, and all people of Yah's earth. I hope you all have had a blessed Shabbat Sabbath, the greatest day of the week. In this video we're going to look at the amazing story of Bel and the dragon is found in the deuterocanonical additions to the book of Daniel, Daniel 14 in some versions. This powerful account showcases Daniel's unwavering faith in Yahuah, the Lord, and how he exposed the falsehood of idol worship before the Babylonian king. Through wisdom and divine intervention, Daniel proved that their gods Bel and the dragon were nothing compared to the Almighty. This video explores the details of the story, backed by scripture and historical insights. The king's faith in Bel. The first test. The Babylonian king greatly revered Bel, a popular idol in Babylon. The priests insisted that Bel was a living god because every night, food and wine placed before the idol mysteriously disappeared. The king, convinced of Bel's divine power, challenged Daniel. Daniel chapter 14 verse 7. Do you not think that Bel is a living god? Do you not see how much he eats and drinks every day? However, Daniel, knowing that Yahuah, the Lord, is the only true Elohim, boldly responded. Daniel chapter 14 verse 8. Do not be deceived, O king, for this idol is nothing but clay inside and bronze outside. It has never eaten or drunk anything. The king liked Daniel and respected his wisdom, but the people of Babylon were furious that Daniel challenged their God. Daniel's plan to reveal the truth. The king, still doubtful, challenged Daniel to prove his claim. Daniel devised a clever plan. He asked the king to seal the temple doors after the offerings were placed before Bel. Before leaving, Daniel secretly sprinkled ashes all over the temple floor. The next morning, when the temple was unsealed, the food had vanished as usual. However, when the floor was examined, footprints were found leading to a hidden entrance. The priests and their families had been secretly eating the food, deceiving the king. Daniel chapter 14 verses 20 to 22. Then Daniel laughed and held back the king that he should not go in, and said, Behold now the pavement, and mark well whose footsteps these are. And the king said, I see the footsteps of men, women, and children. Then the king was angry, and he took the priests with their wives and children, and they showed him the secret doors where they came in. Furious at the deception, the king ordered the priests of Bel to be executed, and the idol to be destroyed, a great victory against idolatry. Exodus chapter 20 verses 3 to 5. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself a carved image. You shall not bow down to them nor serve them. The king's second test, the living dragon. After Bel's exposure, the Babylonians turned to another object of worship, a great dragon. Unlike Bel, this dragon was alive, making it harder to disprove its divinity, the king told Daniel. Daniel chapter 14 verse 23. You cannot deny that this dragon is a living god, therefore worship him. Once again Daniel refused, standing firm in his faith, and said, Daniel chapter 14 verse 24. I worship Yahuah, the Lord alone, for he is the true Elohim. Daniel's clever plan. Daniel devised a way to kill the dragon without using a sword, demonstrating that it was not a god. He mixed pitch, fat, and hair into lumps and fed them to the dragon. The mixture caused the dragon to explode from within. Daniel chapter 14 verse 27. Then Daniel took pitch, fat, and hair and boiled them together and made lumps. He put them into the dragon's mouth and it burst apart, and Daniel said, See what you worship. This miraculous event proved the dragon was no god, it was merely a beast, unable to stand against the wisdom given by Yahuah. Psalm chapter 115 verse 4-8. Their idols are silver and gold, the work of men's hands. Those who make them are like them, so is everyone who trusts in them. The Babylonians' revenge. Though the king was impressed by Daniel, the Babylonians were outraged that their gods had been humiliated. They pressured the king, saying, Daniel chapter 14 verse 29, Deliver Daniel to us, or else we will kill you. Though reluctant, the king allowed them to cast Daniel into the lion's den, thinking he would not survive, but hoping Daniel would survive as the king liked Daniel. Divine protection. Yahuah sends a prophet. Unlike other prisoners, Daniel was not alone in the lion's den. Yahuah miraculously sent the prophet Habakkuk from Judah to bring Daniel food. An angel carried Habakkuk by the hair and placed him in the den. Daniel chapter 14 verses 33 to 35. Then the angel of Yahuah took Habakkuk by his hair, and with the speed of the wind set him in Babylon over the den. And Habakkuk cried out, Daniel, take the food which Elohim has sent you. For 6 days the lions did not harm Daniel. On the 7th day the king came and found Daniel alive. Overjoyed, he commanded Daniel's enemies to be thrown into the den instead, where they were instantly devoured. Daniel chapter 14 verse 42. Then the king cried out with a loud voice, saying, Great are you, O Yahuah, Elohim of Daniel, and there is no other beside you. Psalm chapter 34 verse 7. The angel of Yahuah encamps all around those who fear him and delivers them. The story of Bel and the dragon teaches us powerful lessons about faith, deception, and divine deliverance, also to show the truth to others in love. Idols and false gods are powerless. Only Yahuah is the true Elohim. Wisdom from Yahuah can expose lies. Daniel proved Bel was a fraud with ashes. Faith overcomes worldly pressure. Daniel refused to bow to false gods. Yahuah delivers his people. Daniel was saved from the lion's den. This account is a testimony that Yahuah reigns supreme over all false deities, governments, and trials. May we have the faith and courage of Daniel to stand firm in truth, no matter the cost. Isaiah chapter 46 verse 9. Remember the former things of old, for I am Elohim, and there is no other. I am Elohim, and there is none like me. Shalom, and may Yahuah, the Lord, bless you all through Yahushua, Jesus. Much love, brothers and sisters, and all people of Yah Earth.